Let's also cut across to Ahmedabad, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi has landed a short while ago. He is going to be taking part in a Nari Shakti event in his home state. And these are visuals now coming in of Narendra Modi being greeted by the public and of course supporters of the BJP and more on the streets of Ahmedabad. So it has effectively turned into a roadshow. This happens quite a bit when he visits his home state of Gujarat. And now he'll be proceeding to the venue where the Prime Minister is supposed to take part in an event celebrating Nari Shakti, which is of course timely because the BJP-led Narendra Modi-led government has just in the special session gone by of the new parliament managed to pass the Women's Reservation Bill. The Prime Minister, while also campaigning in a couple of poll-bound states, has been talking about how this is a big achievement for their government to be able to pass this bill, which is going to be implemented in some time to come. But he has questioned the intentions of the opposition while they're questioning this bill and criticizing that this is not getting implemented anytime soon. Let me also go across to my colleague Payal Mehta, who's joining us. Payal, tell us more about the Prime Minister's program in Ahmedabad.
Well, the Prime Minister, in fact, is getting a rousing welcome when he's gone home. This is homecoming for the Prime Minister at the back of that historic legislation which saw the light of the day in Parliament. It was passed unanimously of sorts in both houses as well. So obviously, it's a happy homecoming for the Prime Minister. He's going to be there on a 2-day visit, starting today. Huge welcome organized for him. It's pretty likely that in a bit from now that he will be addressing the crowd which is also gathered over there, because remember, this is extremely important given the fact that the government has spoken about the role of women in the coming days, years, weeks and months. And that is something that the Prime Minister has highlighted. So obviously whenever he went in, even yesterday when he was in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, over there also got a rousing welcome. Shivani, the visuals are there for to see. There were more than 5 lakh people at the rally where he was addressing in Bhopal as well. So obviously a huge homecoming for the Prime Minister at the back of this massive decision. And like I just heard you speaking just a short while ago, where he said that it has shown, the government has shown a lot of political will to bring to this decision, which is not seen the light of the day so far.
Right. So the Prime Minister is in Gujarat for a couple of days, during which he is going to be, of course, marking the celebrations of 20 years of the vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. This is, of course, going to be very close to his heart, isn't it, Payal? Because as the Chief Minister, he helmed the vibrant Gujarat summits.
Yes, it's extremely close to his heart. That is something which he came up with. And, after that, you've seen a series of states also following up this vibrant business summit, including some opposition ruled states. But this is extremely close to his heart. And he continued his association even after he became the Prime Minister. So, obviously, that's something which is very, very important to watch out for. Like I said, that there's nothing which is which stops Narendra Modi from staying connected with his home state, and this being Gujarat, this being a special occasion, and you can see the visuals on the screen of the number of people who have gathered there to welcome the Prime Minister at the airport as well. It's going to be quite a rousing welcome there. But yes, a lot of work in store. You have the elections coming up in the next 2 months. There you see on the screens Bhupendra Patel, a very, very low-profile Gujarat Chief Minister by Narendra Modi's right side and left side, and on the right side is C.R. Patil, the man who actually staged that massive victory for the BJP in Gujarat, getting them over 150 seats in the last assembly election. Something that they had never achieved, something that most people believe they would not be able to achieve. But it was the team of Narendra Modi and C.R. Patil that actually saw in action. And even then, the Prime Minister held a massive roadshow on the final day of the campaigning in Ahmedabad as well.
Right. So this is a visit, as I said, during which the Prime Minister will take part in the celebration of 20 years of the vibrant Gujarat Summit. There are some stone laying projects worth crores of rupees. That's always something that the Prime Minister helms when he makes these visits. He is also to participate, apart from this program of Vibrant Gujarat Summit, a program where he will dedicate projects worth 5,200 crore rupees in Gujarat. Let me also go across to my colleague Payal for more as far as the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit is concerned. Ahmedabad is one of those cities, Payal, as you would know, is very comfortable with hosting a lot of large events. It has great infrastructure and, of course, the Narendra Modi Stadium, which is the biggest in the world now. It is a theme of the Prime Minister's working style to build these large infrastructure to be able to host these summits. The Bharat Mandapam in Delhi, for example, is the recent example where he was at an event earlier today.
Yes, infrastructure and building world-class infrastructure is something which is going to be state-of-the-art, is something which Narendra Modi has specialized in, and Bharat Mandapam is one example. And I remember after Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister in 2014, the first vibrant Gujarat summit was held in 2015 Mahatma Mandir, which is in Gandhinagar as well. So obviously from that time onwards, we've seen a lot of infrastructure come to the fore. Recently also the Dwarka facility was also inaugurated by the Prime Minister, that was dedicated to the country. So obviously, if you talk about people being given governance, and one of the key aspects of governance is definitely infrastructure. So huge trust as far as that is concerned. And the Gujarat unit is a well-oiled machinery, Shivani. That's the country that has that's the state that has seen Prime Minister Narendra Modi up close and personal for a very, very long time as a Chief Minister of the state first, and now as the Prime Minister as well. And they take a huge pride in this. This Gujarati Asmita, Gujarati pride is something which a lot of Gujaratis take a lot of pride in. And with the kind of trade and other, engagement that you see between countries like the US and the UK, especially with the Patel community and their travel and, their business interests as well. So that makes Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar in particular a huge destination to watch out for. So it's a very important, like I said, the celebrations have begun today. Why not? Because this is the government which has shown the political will to bring in the bill, and everywhere you can see posters congratulating the Prime Minister for the women's reservation bill, the Nari Shakti Vandan bill that is being called.
Yes, lots of women, but that's always the case. But it's especially poignant now because the BJP, of course, is going across the country. The Prime Minister himself is taking that message across the country about the success of the women's reservation bill passing and why it is so key, not just for this government, but just generally for India. As far as his other events are concerned, I mentioned he's going to be inaugurating or at least laying the foundation stone of some of the other events, and most of them focus on school infrastructure across Gujarat. So that's going to be the other focus tomorrow.